Hello beautifuls, my name's Epic Treasure. Welcome to the channel, I hope you're well. So this video today is a prediction and planning video, I guess. And I think it'll be one of the items that we'll see in the upcoming content. Now obviously none of this is confirmed because I don't have any inside information or anything like that. But I think what we're going to see is an upgrade to the weapon production line. And so that looks like this. Right, so lengthwise, and I'm going to go into the materials that will likely be used and what you'll need to get them. And don't forget to, I would love if you could like and subscribe and hit your notification button because you don't get to see the live streams otherwise, and they're very, very educational in regards to Palworld. Now, you can see that these weapon lines are about 3 3/4 long. Over here, we have the sphere assembly line. It's an advanced sphere assembly line, right? It's got a little computer here and it's all white. It matches all of these other aesthetics, right? It matches that big one, the what is it called? The retrieval machine. Let me go. The there it is. The item retrieval machine. And it matches the hexalite, the advanced boxes, right? So we see this, and then we see our advanced sphere assembly line over here. So we have this cohesive collection besides this, and I'll get into the other items, just check the channel for that. So this production line, the weapon one, runs at approximately, like, it uses 400 power. This over here, the sphere assembly line, uses 1000 power. So what I think most people have been doing is stacking these red assembly lines on top of each other, which obviously calls for the need to, upgrade. And obviously you want to upgrade them anyway. When we have a look at our production facilities, it's certainly the thing that is missing. We've got the furnace, we've got advanced medicine workbench, but then we're missing, the weapon assembly line. We've got a gold assembly line. So let's quickly run across there, which I have down here, which has got this sort of grey-esque to it. Let me try and find out for a moment what that power uses for the gold, and that will come under, it comes under, does it come under, it just comes under production, doesn't it? So production wise, the gold assembly line uses it uses HPs 4,000. The workload is 10,000. The consumed energy speed is only 200 for that, so it does not use much power, right? So I'm going to stick with this upcoming weapon assembly line to look like this. If I were to design it though, I would continue that red aspect to it, even though this whole cohesive collection with this space stuff is white and grey and yellow. I think it might have features, whether it be these archy things, whether it be the lights on them that be red, I'm not sure. But it has to have some sort of defining feature to it to differentiate itself from others. Now, I'm just guessing. I'm just spitballing here. And then we'll sort of have a look at the materials that would be required for it. So let's just get rid of all these pals that are running around in the way. And don't forget to, I'm going to give you a little tour of the other bases at the end of this. I think you quite like it. But this base here is base 7.0. It will absolutely be changed. If you've built base 7.0, you need to come back and check in, because once this content hits, this is going to be changed and it'll be build 8.0. Now, nothing, I highly doubt a lot will change to this base, you know, with its sort of structure so much. So you're just going to have to change a few little things, and you know, the rest is history. But this is what it looks like at the moment. It is heavy on the iron ore, and it's also heavy on a lot of the quartz, etc. And there's a good reason for that. And that's also for these workbenches that I'm about to go into, the weapon workbench. So we know that the weapon workbench, if it goes along with the thread, the main thread of these workbenches being around about 3 lengths, 3 squares long, maybe it could be longer, I'm not sure. I'd always give 4. Do I think it's going to be chunkier? I'm not sure. It could be a different shape. I don't know. But by their history, we can see exactly the shapes that they tend to use, you know. Now, when it comes to materials, the other bench, let me just find it. The original workbench is only made up of refined ingots. That's how like back in history we are. Refined ingots 100, circuit boards 10, nails 30. Right? What a struggle it was back in the day. But considering that this one is about rumored to be 1,000, just like the sphere, right? So fair is fair. And what the sphere bench uses to make it up, this is what I think you'll need, and this is the rumored materials that you'll need. Now, I'd get these anyway. Again, none of this is confirmed, but hexalite, the actual hexalite, like these, I would put on your shopping list 50 of those. And I'm going to make a shopping list of everything I think you'll need. I could be wrong. Quite right a lot of the time, though. We'll see. Plasteel, 50 of those. Here. Circuit board, 30 of those. Polymer, 20 of those. Now, let me just cross-check with the sphere. Our sphere comes under the PAL section. PAL open, let me have a looky. Advanced sphere assembly line. Let me check. Which uses 50 hexalite. It uses 50 plasteel. It uses 30 circuit boards, and it uses 30 nails. And we're going to go for the polymer. I'll get polymer anyway. So, as for the breakdown of the shopping list that you're going to need for that, hope you got your pen and paper ready. Let me just bring up notes. This might make it a little bit easier. Hang on. Let's bring up Notepad. All right, Notepad. File, new, window. Okay. Here we go. Let's just grab this up on the screen. Window capture, Windows 7, Notepad. All right, are you ready for your shopping list? Okay. Now, again, pure speculation. Weapon. What will we call it? Weapon assembly. Can't even read that, can you? Let me make it bigger. I'm going to finish that word. Assembly line. Okay. Advanced. Just advanced. So, the items that you'll need again are hexalite. And we'll go into how these break down. Hexalite by 50. Now, this is not hexalite ore. This is 50 blocks. Plasteel. And if you're going to use this in your video, that would be great if you could credit it. Circuit board. 30. What was the other thing that I said? Oh yeah, the polymer. 20. Alright, so that is your shopping list for your weapon assembly line. And to break that down further, just grab that note again. Drag it over. Drag over this other screen. There. Okay. So, then we break this next part down. And then because you might already have some of this stuff. So, to get that hexalite, you'll need... Oops, I keep trying to type in that box. To get that much hexalite, you'll need 250 chromite. You'll need 600 hexalite ore. And then you'll need 1000 raw iron ore. And this is exactly why I've made this base, and I've made that ultra mining base. Check the channel for that. Again. So let me just write this down to include the links. If I haven't put the links down, remind me. So we need a link for the 7.0 base and the ultra mining base and the triple hexalite base and the chromite base. I've got everything you need. Also, the merchant capture. All right, so that's what you need for the first item, hexalite. 50 of them. The next item that you need is plasteel. Plasteel is going to be the following: 250 crude oil. There's a video on my channel about the crude oil too. Let me just write that down too. Crude oil. Okay. Then we will need plus 250 palladium, like the palladium fragments, the blue things. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. And then you'll need plus 500 raw iron ore to make that. Now, in order to make your palladium, that is 1,250 stone. Okay? So get your stone, put it in the crusher, and get your palladium from that. The next thing that you need is the circuit boards. This is why I've gone nuts about the mining farm and needing the quartz. So you'll need 120 quartz. Now on the screen, let me just shrink this down for a minute. On the third page of the production line, you can see the pure quartz mine. That's where you get your quartz from. The ore mining site 2 is where you get your ore from. If you don't have that, which you should have it, you can just go for the ore mining site here. And obviously, you know, you need your crusher to turn the stone into palladium. All right, back to our little notes. So 120 quartz. Then what you'll need after that is that you'll need 60 polymer. Right? Now the 60 polymer, to get that, you'll need 120, 120 high quality pal oil. Right? I'll get to that in a minute because we've got the same thing next, which again is the polymer. So the high quality pal oil you buy from the merchant. Unless you've got a crazy June mod, those whale thing farm, or breeding them like a maniac and chopping them up and getting them that way, which seems, you know, a little bit of a time waste to me, you can get the high quality pal oil from the merchant, right? So I'm going to take you over here very quickly. Let's just minimize this. And in a circle would be a terrible idea. All right, so we have this guy here. Let's bring him out. This is the green jacket guy, right? The green jacket guy is a wandering merchant, and he wanders onto your base and it'll say a visitor has arrived. Buy. You can see down here he sells a high quality pal oil. You just have to buy it from him. Now, I guess your question is, well, I don't have enough money, if you have a question. That's the reason why 7.0 was built. The base 7.0 was built with the pure intent to make money, so you could just buy everything you need from a vendor. So over here, go nuts on your tier 2 ore. My inventory is full. And then get your gold coin machine and just make it all. We need to get the nocturnal people out again. And then you'll have all the ore in the world you could possibly want. I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of it. So once you have your money, you'll go over to that vendor and then you'll buy that pal oil. I would just buy as much pal oil as you can put. I don't know where this guy's gone. Oh, wait, it's up there. High quality pal oil. Now you can do it through the other way, as in catching the do mods or the big Mammoth things by gonna go nuts and just buy tons of these. Like, oh, I'm full, I forgot. When you're full, they won't trade. Sorry, I'll just dump one of these here. No, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I'll just dump that in. Alright. You talk to me. Alright, here we go. No. There we go. So again, let's just bring up the notepad. And you might already have all this stuff. So 120 high quality pal oil. And then we'll need 40, so 160 high quality pal oil you probably need. Now again, none of this is confirmed. This is just logical to me. And there's rumors of this item coming into existence too, and it makes sense. It's one of the things that we're missing. So there's our weapon assembly line, our advanced one. Again, let's see if we're right. Let's see if our prediction is right, that it will look like these. And leave a comment below what you think they might have it look like. Is it going to be in the same shape? I mean, it's an assembly line, so you imagine that it has to be on a conveyor belt of some description. Could it be taller? I'm not sure. It does, like I said, it uses the same power, I think, as what the sphere assembly line does use. So you're going to have to take that into consideration when it comes to your power, when it comes to these power towers. Are you going to need more of those? Are you going to need more accumulators? Like I said, I'm going to go very deep into the shopping list for everything you need. I've just about completed it. We're going to know a lot more once the trailer drops. And like I said, I'll pick that trailer apart. I'll know every single item in that game like that, just as much as anybody else. And that's about it. So gather your materials, go nuts on your ore, go nuts on getting your quartz. Absolutely be utilizing your expedition stations. If you can, try and do those tough towers. I would be working on getting this one, Moonflower's Secret Hideout, which is the tower. which gets you the high grade tech manuals and the ancient tech manuals and the dog coins. Because you're going to need those points. You're going to need the high grade tech manuals. You can go to the wildlife sanctuaries if you want. The other one that I'd go to is I would perhaps go to the Eternal Pyre Forbidden Market expedition if you want to get the crude oil and chromite, pure quartz. It's got those things that you need. But it also, this one here has those exotic spheres and ultimate spheres, other things that you're going to need to catch the new pals. So I'm going to send my squad off to that one. Let's just start that. Very quick run, 7 something minutes. Don't forget to use your research lab. And that's about it. So stay tuned for the next video. Much love to you. Have an amazing day or night. Until next time.